Hi everybody, welcome back to the Red Sea podcast and another episode of Reds Reviews. Liverpool are 3-0 winners over Burnley, exactly what the doctor ordered, and I'm joined again by Courtney. Welcome to the show for your second time.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I'm surprised that you've had me back.
Absolute pleasure. No, it's good. We already got the rival fans in the comments. Liverpool have got something good to talk about. Only a win was doable, but 3-0 victory. I bet you enjoyed that one, right?
Yeah, honestly, to be fair, I always think when we play Burnley, it's one of them where you're like biting your nails because they just play that long ball over the top and
always
wood up front. It's always one of them where you don't know how it's going to go. And obviously last time wasn't great, so.
No, I agree.
A nervous one, especially when you know that you need the 3 points.
No, definitely. They went into that game, Burnley with nothing really to lose and Liverpool with everything to lose and to gain. But yeah, like you mentioned, Wood, he had a good early chance, didn't he? And I was thinking, if that one goes in, Burnley with a lead to protect is a different ball game.
Yeah, it's because he's good in the air, so it's quite good. They had Nat Phillips on the pitch because aerially he's very good.
No, I agree. I mean, it was the perfect game for Nat Phillips, wasn't it? I felt that 3-0 did flatter us a tad, but it was made for Phillips. He turns up for the physical game, and we almost out Burnley, didn't we? We had a big centre back against their big striker and nullified it. So it was great. But what did you make of all the goals?
So to be honest, I think the game itself was quite a boring game to watch. I don't think it was very interesting. I thought we started off really sloppy and slow. First 10 minutes, maybe string a pass together. We're losing it constantly and giving it away. So I think obviously the first goal, Firmino's goal, so that was just before half time. It's always good to get a goal before half time to get it under your belt. I thought the link-up play with Mane and Robbo down the left-hand side. And then obviously Bobby just got into that space in the middle and finished his chances. Because I thought that we didn't really test the goalkeeper that much. He's made his first game for them. It was 20 attempts and only 3 on target. And obviously 3 goals.
As usual, yeah.
Yeah, we should have been testing him a lot more. But no, I thought clinically we put away the ones that we did at the time. But no, I thought the team as a whole, it did take us about 20 minutes to get into it because we were quite sloppy.
Yeah.
But no, I think Bobby just came through at that time for us. The Phillips goal, though, that's the one. In the last one, that I thought that Phillips were going to start set pieces and stuff like that. He would start getting on the score sheet. And he's just gone and proving me right there. But no, and then obviously I think it was the 70th minute. He went and headed it off the line.
Yeah, massive moment.
Back and forth. Honestly, he was my man of matches as well, to be fair.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I think we was called in that already before, and Carragher did pick him at the end. But no, going back to the first one with Firmino, you look at the finish, it's on target, but it's straight at the goalie. And a goalkeeper for Burnley, Nick Pope, who's been a thorn in Liverpool's side for the last couple of the seasons. And as you rightly said, it wasn't even their second choice tonight; it was their third choice. So the fact that we did actually test him 3 times and score every time, it just shows you that it didn't need to be quite as painful as it was. But no, I agree on Phillips as well. A fantastic performance. And what does that mean for him going forward? He got the goal. He's got the man of the match. Kabak's not officially a Liverpool player yet. Does Phillips have a future, do you think, next season?
See, personally for me, because obviously we're looking at this, apparently there's a done deal with Konate, with Leipzig and things like that. But personally, I'd want to keep him. Just because obviously you've got Matip, you've got Van Dijk, you've got Gomez. But Matip, we all know, is very injury prone.
Massive.
Van Dijk, Gomez, they've just done major injuries. So obviously when they come back playing, it's not going to be unusual for them to be pulling up with hamstring, groin, little niggles here and there. So I think it's always good to just have him on the bench because he is a good all-round player and he's very physical. He's quite an old school kind of player in terms of that he is quite nitty-gritty. He just likes to get in there. He'll stick his head anywhere.
I agree. He would head away anything, wouldn't he? And the question for me is Kabak £18 million better than Phillips, who's already there? I don't think he is.
No. I mean, he's very young as well. I wouldn't keep Kabak at the moment, especially if we get Konate. Then I wouldn't bother. I think it depends on that, really.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. I think Phillips has proved tonight, and me and James always, our favourite saying is availability is the best stability. And Kabak's missed the last few. He doesn't look like he's going to be playing again for us under the loan spell. And I know Phillips missed a couple, but think where we'd be without Phillips this season. He's stepped up to the plate massively and featured in a lot of games. And yeah, again tonight, I think that was probably his best performance so far. Alisson getting his first goal last week.
that was beautiful. Honestly, I literally jumped out screaming. I called it though. It came up. I was sat watching it with Dad, and we was like, Alisson's dead. Alisson's dead. We did it. We were like,
unreal. Actually, it happens, and you're just thinking for a second. I think Thiago's father was in tears. My co-host.
Honestly, I was emotional watching the interview. Yeah. And I think I've watched that goal probably about 50 times over. Just constantly.
I agree. I think we all have, and like you say, the interview afterwards was emotional. But yeah, Phillips got on the score sheet today, and another player that got on the score sheet was Oxlade-Chamberlain, which I thought was another nice thing to see. So, what did you make of that goal? That's James in the comments here.
Obviously, like he came on and played. He played centre forward, didn't he? Played in centre forward role, which was different for him. But no, obviously, a cracking finish. He beat keeper at his near post. But I do think that with the Ox, he's one of them where some games he plays amazing, then other games he's hardly in it. Yeah. I think it has been bad for him in terms of like injuries and stuff like that. Because he'll come back and then straight away he's injured again. Yeah. So it's hard for him. There has been rumours though, I think that he is apparently going to be leaving in the summer, but what you can make of them, I don't know.
No, I completely agree. I think you're spot on. Every time he's got a good run in the team, at times in his first couple of seasons, he was, his first season, he was a major part of the team and definitely in the first 11. And like you say, every time he gets an injury, it's 2 months, it's 6 weeks here. And as soon as he's back, he's lost his place and it's difficult to get that consistency. But yeah, in patches, he's still got that quality. I think I'd keep him over the likes of Keita and Milner next season anyway.
I think as well, like his long distance shooting and stuff like that. Whenever he takes a shot from range, you always have faith. You always have a bit of faith in him that he can find that top corner.
He's got that.
Like, why are you wasting it like that? But with him, you always like, it's a solid chance.
Oh, definitely. I've always enjoyed Chamberlain in the team, and I would like to see him. I think there's other players I'd get rid of first, but like you say, we're going into that next season. Hopefully, it's memories of Klopp's first full season at Liverpool. We were having to win on the last day to get top 4. So answer this one for me, Courtney. Be honest and say it with confidence. It's there, right?
It is. I think it's there. I think it is there. I think we've got 3 on Leicester for goal difference now.
Plus 4 goal difference now. The first time we've been in the top 4 for 3 months.
Yeah. So if we if we beat Palace, which I'm hoping that we do, if it's just 1-0, they'd have to beat Spurs 5-0?
Yeah, like you said, they've got to have a 5-goal swing. So if we win 1-0, they've got to win by more than 5+. So it's not happening. I wouldn't have thought.
Yeah, I can't see that happening. Like Spurs
you never know.
From Villa, but
yeah,
I have faith. I just hope that we go to Palace. We'll have the fans there. The fans will be back. I think that will make a big difference. I think when all the fans left, I think it does have a big impact on the game. So I'm hoping, fingers crossed, I beg, we will get into the top 4.
I say we've invested too much into it now, haven't we? Like we said with the Alisson goal, Phillips tonight, and me and James were talking on the Red Sea podcast, the preview for tonight's game a couple of days ago, and we were thinking, 1-0, get in, get out, and if it is going to goal difference, make that the Crystal Palace match, because Leicester Spurs will be playing at the same time. So if they were 3-0 up, we know that we need to go and score goals. But it's a bit of a bonus tonight, getting 3 goals plus 3 points plus 3 goals, and Leicester must be 2 seasons in a row they could be missing out after spending the majority of the season in the top 4. So it's painful for them, but I think we are going to do it. But as you say, going into that last game, Roy Hodgson's last game in charge or in football potentially. So you backing us for that one and a handsome score? Or you're just thinking dodgy 1-0 and 90th minute potential equaliser, which we've seen so many times?
I always feel like it's always big scoring with Palace. I feel like there's always a lot of goals in it. I feel like obviously because it is going to be like his last game of the season. Because he's like 72 now, something like that.
Definitely,
getting on.
He is.
He'll want to end it on a high with his team.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna say 4-2 Liverpool.
Oof. Hopefully we don't go behind in that game because I don't think I could take it.
But no, I will go 4-2 Liverpool.
Yeah, no, that's good. So yeah, like you say, we're coming towards the end of the season now, so that could be a huge moment. And you look at the start of this season, you think would top 4 be an achievement? And obviously, after winning the title, you'd say no. But do you see top 4 and 4th position this season, having the injuries that we've had, as an achievement and something that we can be happy about?
Yeah, I mean, we've had such an injury crisis, and I think next season when we've got all our squad back in full, fit, ready to go, it'll be a completely different team. But I thought when obviously it was going a bit downhill, you've got to keep in mind, like for so many seasons we've been on top, like we've been unstoppable. Every team goes for a bad spell.
True.
Like, you've got to accept that. Like, so I'm not disappointed in it. If we get top 4, I'd be happy with that, especially with everything that's gone on. I
agree. I think if we get top 4, we can forget about this season and never think about it again. Look into next season. I look at it. We're only 5 points behind Man United, and you think the season that they've been in a kind of title race. I know it's not really ever been close enough to call it that, but they've been second for the majority of the season. And as you say, the injuries we've had. If you think Van Dijk and Gomez back in, maybe we get 1 good signing over the line as well, maybe 2. Surely we're straight back in that title race again come next season, right?
Oh yeah, definitely think we are. And then obviously the win over United, Harry Maguire's out, like that's the reason. But look how many players we've got out.
No, I agree. I think we're winning the injury argument, aren't we? But yeah, that's. I mean, it's an absolutely brilliant result for Liverpool. 3-0 victory over Burnley away, and it's now back in our hands. As I say, the first time we've been in the top 4 for 3 months. We've timed it to perfection. And if you'd have asked probably me or you, January, February, would you take winning at home to Palace on the last day to guarantee Champions League football? I think we'd have absolutely bitten your hand off. So massive result for us. But what did you just make? Just because I know James is in the comments, what did you make of Thiago tonight, especially? Did you think he was again really, really high level?
Yeah, like I do think he gets stuck in. He does get stuck in. I do think there was a point where he did have a bit of a chance, didn't he? A bit of a chance when he got into the box. And I do think he is starting to show more of his attacking side now. Yeah. I do think that after the second goal, we did look a lot more comfortable as well anyways on the ball. I think the whole squad itself knew that we were there, we needed the 3 points. And I think once they knew that we'd secured them, they were happy with it. Do you know what I mean? Then they were more confident and it was flowing a bit better. But I think Thiago, I think he is pushing forward a bit more now, which is nice to see. Because now he's got Fab there and he's protecting the back 4. I do think it is a bit of his, like, he can go forward now. And I just think he's not very tall, but he seems to be winning a lot in the air.
Oh, he's tenacious, isn't he? He did have that early chance that he did drag wide, but I think that's 7 wins in 8 games when Fabinho and Thiago have started in the midfield together. So it's a great point you make with those two. You think about getting Henderson back in there next season with Van Dijk and Gomez behind them, and as you say, add 1 or 2, maybe 1 or 2 on the going out as well that haven't really contributed. And I think we're 100% back for next time. So. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Just a shout out to Chris, of a big part of Never a Foul. Thanks for the shout out, mate. Liverpool Red Sea podcast is where it's at. The Diamond fan channel on Never a Foul, guys. So keep it Never a Foul. Keep it Red Sea podcast. This has been Red Reviews. Courtney, thank you so much for joining us, and I can't wait to get you on again.
All right, thanks for having me.
Pleasure. Take care, everyone.